So one thing that's not ideal about our apartment building is there's no trash. So we literally have to put the trash in the car, take it to the trash dumpsters. The only bright side is I get to see how far away I can shoot the trash in. Damn, that wasn't even close. Shooting trash overhand is kind of hard though. It's kind of hard. By the way, I picked up all the trash that fell out. I wouldn't leave it out there. Not cool. And just like that, all cleaned up by my main man Rafa. Thank you, bro. And check it out, 1 day per week he actually cuts in this barbershop that is inside of a gym, which is super dope. Never been to this spot before. And it's actually super convenient because that spot is literally right next door to Autology, which is the spot that did the matte stealth wrap on the RSQ3. So I brought it by for a little wash. They're also cleaning up some of the edges on the wrap. This man right here is the artist who got it all done. Thank you, bro. It looks amazing.
Wow, thank you for you. Welcome.
So I think something everyone has an opinion on now is body count. And I'm not talking about how many bodies you put into the 6 feet under the ground.
Isn't that what like that teardrop tattoo is for?
Oh yeah, it's a different body count. So what we're about to do right now is hit the gym, talk to some attractive girls and ask them 2 questions. 1, what is the ideal male body count? Because I'm genuinely curious what do women think is attractive for men. And 2, I can't just ask them, hey, what's your body count? Because they probably won't answer or they'll get defensive. So what I'm gonna do is say, what do you think the ideal female body count is? Because as humans, we tend to rationalize that what we do is correct. So I think their answer is actually gonna be very representative of their actual body count. What do you think is the ideal body count for a man to have?
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe anything 25 and below.
And how come?
I don't know, I feel like that's pretty standard. I feel like it's enough to have been around and experienced, but it's not too ridiculous the other way.
So less than 25, what would the minimum be that you would be like, less than that might be not enough?
5?
Okay, what do you think the ideal body count for a female is?
I'd say the same.
What do you think is the ideal body count for a man to have?
It doesn't matter to me.
0.
I'd rather him not have 0, because where's the experience coming from?
So how many do you think is needed for like some basic experience?
10?
Okay, 10 minimum.
Yeah.
Is there a maximum?
No.
150.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know, because I don't know how, that's a really hard question. I don't know, because I don't know if guys are going out smashing 1 girl a week or 5 girls a week.
So the frequency matters.
Yeah, as long as they just know what they're doing.
And for women, what do you think is the ideal body count?
The ideal body count for women to have perceived by guys would be about 3. But realistically, I'd say we're on at least 10 to 15.
And how come it's so different for you for women versus men?
We have feelings and emotions and men don't, and I don't know, it's the whole sexist thing, isn't it?
What is the ideal body count in a man?
I guess not too high, obviously.
Like what number would you say is too high?
I wouldn't like so much. I'm more than 10, 15 max, let's say.
15 the most?
Yeah.
What about the minimum?
Minimum would be, I like there's other girls before me for experience and stuff. So I guess minimum would be like, I don't know, like 3, 4.
Okay, and why 15 the maximum?
I don't know, it depends the age of the guy, obviously. But I guess if he's quite young like me, then I would not like more than, I don't know. It's just it would be kind of consider the guy as a player, I guess, if it's too high.
And what do you think is the ideal body count for a woman?
I guess it's about the same then. I'm not going to be hypocrite and be like, oh, it's higher for us. Obviously, I guess, yeah, it's the same.
Now, real quick, bro, something that's definitely a lot more important than your body count, and I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but this is just some raw facts right here. It is the quality of your skin, which is why I'm super excited to announce that today's video is sponsored by Tiege Hanley. Look, you've heard me talk about them before, and you're gonna hear me talk about them again because I know the positive impact these products can have on your life. Like when you have a quality skincare routine, you're gonna look in the mirror, your skin's gonna look better, and that's gonna give you a lot more confidence as you step out the door. Tiege Hanley makes taking care of your skin uncomplicated. They provide you with all of the products you need and nothing you don't. I'd recommend you start with their Level 1 system, which has you covered with all of the basics: a daily face wash, an exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and a PM moisturizer before bed. Look, look, skincare is not something that I used to take seriously. It just didn't seem that important to me. But now that I've had a routine for years, I wish I started sooner, because as you reach, later in your 20s and your 30s, you're gonna look better than every other dude. And don't just take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews from men all over the globe. And because T. Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a great deal. If you click that first link in the description, you're gonna get 30% off your first box of T. Hanley plus a free gift. Do not miss out on this amazing deal. Click that link and get started today. In your opinion, what is the ideal body count for a man to have?
Ideal body count? I don't think it matters.
So if it was 0, you wouldn't care?
I'd prefer it not to be 0. I prefer it to be something other than 0.
If it was like 200, would you be okay with that?
I'd be okay with it, but I'd try not to think about it.
There's no maximum.
No, I think like whatever they did before me is irrelevant. So once they're with me, then that's fine.
And what about for women? What do you think the ideal body count for women?
The same.
Para ti, ¿qué es el número de chicas ideal para tener un hombre?
Yo creo que como máximo 12,
¿Por qué no más que 12?
porque ya entonces está muy usado y sabe demasiado.
¿Y qué es el mínimo?
5, porque si menos tampoco aprendió mucho.
Hay que tener experiencia, pero no
Pero no
demasiado.
tanta. No.
Okay. ¿Qué es un número para mujeres?
Yo creo que igual.
5 a 12.
De 5 a 12, 15.
¿Más para chicas o...?
No, igual.
Ah,
Entre
ok.
12, 15 y mínimo 5. Mínimo 5 para tener una experiencia.
5 a 15.
Sí.
What is the ideal body count for a man to have, in your opinion?
I think minimum 4 or 5 and maximum 100.
So why not more than 100?
Maybe I think the guys is not serious. It's too many.
And what would you say is the ideal number for a girl?
Maybe 0 minimum and maximum, I don't know, 20.
So you don't think it's as important for girls to have experience as it is for men?
I think it's the most important to guys to lead.
So for the man to know how to lead the way, he needs more experience than a girl if she's not gonna have to lead the interaction forward.
Yeah, exactly.
What would you say is the ideal body count for a man to have?
I'd say between 10 to 15.
Okay, and how come? Like, why not less than 10?
Less than 10 would mean that he has a little bit less experience, so it would kind of make me question whether or not he's capable of some things. 15 is kind of like, okay, he's got experience and now he's like kind of chosen how his lifestyle is gonna go.
And you wouldn't be about a guy with that lifestyle?
Not at all.
And what about for women? What's the ideal body count for women?
I'd say maximum between 8 and 10, minimum maybe 4. After 8 to 10, people kind of consider you to be a slut, even though you aren't one, but that's just because nowadays people are very polarized into thinking certain things.
Gains!
Bruh.
Workout complete. Julia, what's your initial reactions to what the girls said?
In terms of like body count, when they were talking about girls versus guys, like I thought it was pretty interesting that no girl wanted to be like, there's a difference, even if there is a difference.
And what about the numbers they said, the ranges?
I thought they were pretty accurate, on point. I would agree with them.
So a quick update for y'all on the villa that we're building here. Not too much of an update other than this huge truck being parked in our yard. Yo, get out of our yard, bro. What are you doing? Now, the only real update is that they poured this large concrete wall to divide us from the neighbors. And at first, Julia absolutely hated this.
It's like the wall of China. It's like a compound. What are you keeping out?
Yeah, but I was telling her, like, look, this creates a lot of privacy. Also, we have 2 dogs. If the dogs, there's a normal fence they can see through. Like, Bo and the brother man and Roller just gonna be barking at them the whole time. So this prevents that. And it does. It makes its own little sanctuary here.
Yeah, what made me feel a little better is we met with the builder and he was like, no, we're going to put plants and beautiful flowers and you won't even see the wall. I was like, all right.
All right, so here are my honest thoughts on body count, though. First of all, you gotta realize people may not be honest to you about it ever because they're afraid they're gonna be judged that it's too low or too high. You're probably even afraid that you'd be judged for your body count. And I know a lot of guys like the idea of a girl with a 0 body count or a low body count. But you have to look at the big picture here. If you live in the US or the Western world, things are hypersexualized between advertising, Instagram, and the normal path for like normal stable people once they're in their 20s is to have had a few partners in their past. And from my experience, and when I've dated girls with a 0 or a 1 body count, there tends to have been some other like trauma or other things at play that made them, aside from that, not an ideal person to date. So basically what I'm saying is you should pay more attention to people's actions, because actions don't lie and actions can reveal what their mindset is. And that's the risk here. The risk is you're dating a girl or talking to a girl who's in a validation seeking mindset, who wants to have a lot of attention from other guys, because that's gonna be the type of person who's more likely to entertain or even sleep with other guys. You know, you can meet a girl whose body count is 0 or 1, but she's just entering this phase of wanting validation, and in a few months, she could be a much higher body count. You could also meet a girl who has a higher body count, but she's already gone through this phase, got it out of her system. Maybe she was going through some trauma, but she's worked past that. And now she's gonna be someone who can be a lot more committed because she's not curious about anything else. She's ready to be committed to one person. Also, when I had a very low body count, and I see this with guys all the time, it's normal to almost feel intimidated by girls who have a higher body count than you, because it's almost emasculating. Like, oh my God, you know, they're more experienced than I am. But that's just coming from insecurity, so you gotta check yourself. The point is to watch out for the validation-seeking behaviors. Those are the red flags. If a girl's always going out to the bars and clubs, she's probably liking the attention she's getting from other guys. If she has a bunch of male friends, she probably likes that male attention. If every time you're hanging out with her, her phone is like this, it's face down, she may be hiding notifications from you from dating apps, for example. So your eyes are not tricking you. We are at McDonald's, the Golden Arches, which I know is not the healthiest choice, but you guys gotta check it out, because the McDonald's here it's another level. It's got this beautiful external facade, modern. My house, hopefully our house looks as good as this.
And you can order from a screen and switch it to English.
Ready, last time I had this double grand McExtreme bacon, it was amazing. But this CBO chicken bacon onion's also amazing.
Guys, he forced me here. I didn't want to eat at McDonald's.
Kidnapped to McDonald's. So I decided to go with the upside down burger. This is the double McExtreme bacon. I love how this is literally how they gave us the napkins right here, just like that. Some nuggets. And they got wedge fries here at these McDonald's.
I feel like you have to come to McDonald's and get like their regular fries. Like, this is a shame. Like, a shame. You shouldn't call yourself a McDonald's fan getting these grossness.
This McDonald's fan didn't get the fries that are so good, apparently.
Okay, because
Talk a big game. Talk a big game.
Try not to eat a lot of McDonald's, so I'm not a brick house.
I'm telling you, this burger is 8 out of 10, which is very high for McDonald's. If you enjoyed this video, I recommend you check out this one next. And if you're new to the channel, well, this is the Brother Man, and he would like it if you click here to subscribe, because we drop 2 new videos every single week and you don't want to miss them. I'll talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.